This is such an incredible opening, one of the best, and then it's all downhill from there, which is such a shame. So first of all, let's get to the presentation. I love the presentation. I've actually not been the biggest fan of the Givenchy gentleman bottles. I thought they look cool and they're okay, but it's never been striking. But when I saw that bottle and it was all in white, I thought that is gorgeous. Really like that. Really enjoy white fragrance bottles. Actually, I think that they look nice and neat and shiny, and it's very good. And especially with summer, with winter bottles and things like that, I like it when they're dark and they have like ambience and oranges and dark reds, and just even fragrances just completely pitch black. But in spring and summer, I do like it where you've got the clear bottles, you've got the white bottles, the transparent bottles, and this is just really beautiful. Got a really nice touch to it. Looks very neat and tidy. Got the little logo embossed at the top. It looks so neat, so lovely, and kind of sporty in a way, and it's just a really cool looking bottle. Really cool looking bottle. So and just very good. So I'd be happy to give it a 5 out of 5. So I just got to do this opening again. Getting to the scent. Oh man, incredible. That's almost. I mean, it's not. Don't hang me in the comments here. But like, to me, that is like on the same level of an opening citrus-wise to like a Xerjoff, right? A Xerjoff Neo, Xerjoff Kobe. Just such a beautiful, crisp neroli and vetiver opening with a nice bit of sweetness that gives it a modern feel, and it's just gorgeous, just beautiful, just stunning. And when I first sprayed it on, because I heard that it was compared to Dior Cologne, I really like Dior Cologne, I smelled it and I was like, whoa, okay, that's not Dior Cologne, but that is absolutely brilliant. Just the grassiness and the it's like they've used both parts of the vetiver. They've used the grassy part, they've used the rooted part, and so you've got this really nice kind of different textures and different ways of going about things. So you've got this really beautiful bright citrus, and then you've got the rooted earthiness of the vetiver, but you've got the green grassiness also of the vetiver, and you've got this really not overdone, not done to the point of excess sweetness, a little bit of sugar, and there's also like a little bit of a floral element, like a white floral thing to just kind of make it all good. But there's also like there's different elements of the green. There's like, I get green leaves, not just the green grass. There's a real healthy abundance of greenness to the opening, and it's just perfectly balanced and just perfection, just so beautiful. And an opening, like if I was to make a top 5, top 10 like greatest fragrance openings of all time, this would be in there by default. An incredible, brilliant opening. And what happens is that the greenness lingers, the sweetness sort of dries down, and there's a that citrus, that kind of like neroli lemony citrus is there, and then that's kind of your lot. That's kind of it. It's kind of like one of those really incredible, firework displays look amazing, right? But they look amazing when you've got all the fireworks going off at once. This is like one big amazing rocket shooting up into the sky, doing this beautiful amazing starburst, and then just that's it. That is that. And that's a shame. It's a real shame. It's not unpleasant, but it's kind of like, right, I don't get paid by the hour. I've done my gig, I've done my thing, and now I'm heading out. After that, the dry down is nice, and the greenness is very nice. The greenness, the green grass, the green vetiver, the green leaves, the green shoots, all that kind of stuff, that really kind of helps it. But yeah, it is what it is, and that's not great. Such a shame. Such a real shame. But it is a cologne, and colognes aren't necessarily supposed to last. And it does do the job of refreshing you, and it does smell very fresh, and it does smell very beautiful and very citrusy and very mature. It's not a very young, or, well, I don't mean as in like young people can't wear it, but it's not sugary, it's not overly sweet. It's great. So good, mature, sensible, sophisticated, and no juvenile elements in it, which is just great. A very, very good, solid, fresh fragrance that is fit for a gentleman. If I was going to give it a rating, such a great opening on a designer level. Oh man, you know what, I'm going to be 3.75. I don't know if that's allowed, but I can't give it a 4. In all good conscience, I can't give it a 4. But I'm going to give it a 3.75. In fact, no. I'm going to give it a 3.99 recurring. I can't give it a 4. I cannot have the heart to give it a 4. That would just be right. So I'll just give it give it a 3.99. It's a 3.99 on the scent. It's the only fragrance I think that will ever get that in the history of this channel. I don't know. And then we get to the performance. Oh boy, this performance sucks. Projection is 2. It's really, again, everything starts out great and you can smell it, but after like 15 minutes, just forget it. It's a skin scent. It's just a skin scent. Longevity is 4 to 6 hours. Maybe 6 hours. I've gotten a bit more, especially now that the warmth is coming. Get a little bit more. So I could, in warmer days it certainly does better, but it's still a skin scent. So like, what's the kind of a point? It's funny because it's got quite a bit of sugar, not a huge amount, but it has got an amount of sugar that would make you think, oh, it's going to really, really last a little bit longer, but it doesn't. But yeah, longevity is like a 3 out of 5. So projection 2, longevity 3, but really not good, to be honest with you. Overall, I really think that this is a fantastic cologne. A great cologne fragrance. It promises you initially something that it cannot give you. It makes promises that it can't keep in the opening, and then it just sort of dithers around, but it never goes bad. It's never really a bad fragrance or a fragrance that doesn't smell good. It's a very, very good and at times high quality citrus, floral, green, refreshing fragrance that is fabulous and fantastic. The biggest problem, of course, with this is not the scent, it is the performance and the fact that it goes from the beginning, which is like a high quality citrus niche masterpiece, to a more standardized designer cologne fragrance, and so it's lopsided in that way. But it's a really great fragrance that I would recommend that you check out. And if you're like me, if you're a fan of citrus green fragrances, which I really, really, really love, and you want to smell something that in the designer world that's very, very unique, I would most certainly recommend that you try this. But please, heed my warning with everything that I've said. Overall, I'm going to give this a 3.5 overall rating as a fragrance. It's great, but I just wish that it would give me a lot more. Anyway, I hope that you enjoyed this review. Hope that you got some information that you wanted. And if you did enjoy this video and you enjoyed the content here, please consider subscribing. Thanks so much. I'm the Fragrance Apprentice, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.